Hello and blessings, beautiful souls. Saravah and I share to you. How are you today? It's so nice to be looking into your beautiful smiling faces. So I've been up bright and early this morning because there was an Anzac Day celebration happening today, and my daughter, who is a girl guide, had a little sleepover so that she could attend the morning ritual essentially, because it happened at around 5:15, 5:30 in the morning. And so I had to go and pick her up and, you know, all of the stuff that she took, because she took a lot of sleepover stuff. Nevertheless, I just got back and I made myself the most tastiest of breakfasts. I really put some effort in. Hold on just a second. Snowy! Our puppy, little Snow Boy, he keeps escaping over to the neighbours and they're getting annoyed. Anyways, as I was saying, I made the most delicious breakfast. I made myself some multi-grain toast, some Nuttelex butter, some poached eggs with smashed avocado, cracked pepper, a bit of salt and some bio cheese, which is a vegan cheese that I thought would taste absolutely rancid, but as it turns out, it's not too bad. And so I was able to give myself a really nice tasty breakfast to kickstart my day, and now I'm off to the cottage. Hubby is starting to feel better, so he's down there with the kids today, and that means that I get to immerse myself back into my sacred space. Oh, how I have missed it. So today is Thursday here in my little neck of the woods, and I have an Ancient Paths reading to do that is due. Like, today is the day that it is due, or tomorrow actually, and I've cut it a bit fine for this one, but I never go over my promised dates. So I usually give myself about 40 days to do a reading because lots of things happen in my life and I'm very, very busy. So I like to extend that time out as much as possible. But I'm actually really looking forward to doing this one. I had an incredible dream last night, and I woke up this morning with this sense of ancient temple. And when I looked at my reading schedule for the day, and I don't typically do readings on a Thursday because Mondays are my reading day, but as I have been delayed in my work this week due to my husband's illness, I am doing that today. And yes, this sensation is palpable. And last night there was the most incredible windstorm. I mean this, incredible wind howling. I woke up this morning only to see that bits of twig and leaves and branches had been strewn all over the place, really blocking the driveway on the way out. I had to stop the car, move bits of wood out of the way, big large, you know, tree limbs that had fallen down. I walked up here and noticed that paper plates had gone flying, pegs had gone flying, washing baskets had gone flying, and all of the washing had like grouped together on the line. Lucky they were pegged. Sometimes we don't go to the trouble of pegging them, we just throw them over and wish for the best. And so, absolutely incredible windstorm. And I was feeling a little bit emotional last night also because my daughter was going to this Anzac Day sleepover for Girl Guides, and she was so excited, as she usually is at the mention of a sleepover. However, as it always happens, we get there and she frets and she gets really anxious, and so I had to stay with her for about 25 minutes last night. Instead of it just being a drop-off, I had to calm her and soothe her and and to make sure that she knew that if she was uncomfortable that she could call me. And I had to leave my phone on, and you can imagine how many notifications come through, so I had to disable all of my notifications last night, and I still haven't re-enabled those notifications. Nevertheless, she made it through, but this wind and this worry at the same time, and then I fell into the deepest of sleeps. And oh, I can't remember my dream, but I know that it was significant, and I'm hoping that if I go back into journey space, I'll be able to connect with some of the wisdom, because I know that I was processing something, and that's always such a really strong feeling. And I wake up with kind of like a dream hangover. I'm not a lucid dreamer. I don't have these vivid dreams. I haven't since I had babies. But when I do have these types of experiences where I wake up with this intense sensation, I know that I have gone dream walking and that it's been a good time. So I'm feeling this ancient temple space, as I've said, and I really want to get this ancient paths reading done because it is a past life reading. And I have said this before, my past life readings have really edged into spirit work. And because I had a new guide come to me yet again during the full moon, I'm hoping that I can bring her closer in this space today and try and work with her. So it's all experimental, it's all exciting, it's all spirit. So let's see how this one goes today. I'll check back in with you, okay? So I've just finished that epic reading, and I've got to say it felt different. Being in that space, calling in on this new guide, felt really, really different. And I've got to say, I spoke to her one time and she said something to me that made me burst out laughing. And I was like, oh, maybe we're a family. I'm not quite sure yet if she's an ancestor or if she's just a guide that's been with me for a very long time, but her and I apparently share a very similar sense of humor. And I've got to say, she had me in stitches, and I'm like, what are the odds? I've never quite had that reaction with a guide, with a spirit guide before, where they have just left me like giggling away like a silly school kid. And yet today was the day, and I'm thinking, here I was in like this ancient temple, sacred space type of feeling, and I reach out to you and you come forth and you say that to me. Like, I couldn't even wipe the smile off my face. It's just making me laugh, right? It's just me. Oh my gosh. Just my luck, I have a really sarcastic and funny spirit guide. So I was waiting for the time. I was waiting for the time where one of these would show up. Usually my spirit guides are pretty intense and serious. This one here is like, oh, we're gonna be BFFs. And I could just feel it. So that is happening, and that took place today. So this is the third interaction that I have had with my new spirit guide, and I'm going to keep slowly and respectfully reaching out here, there and everywhere, and I'm just going to see exactly what kind of information comes through, because when working with new guides, I have done this before and it's not new to me, but the whole process itself takes some time to unravel, as is often the terms used in my culture, and I have to be patient with that, and I have to just work or act in accordance, not work, but act in accordance. And that's always interesting, that's always exciting, that's always fun, and all that kind of good stuff. So there we have it, a new spirit guide to play with, a spirit guide that I have just spoken to my family about to see if they recognize whom she might be, if she is Odisha, if she's just a spirit guide, if she is a Gia of a different kind. and I mean guia as in guide, that's in Portuguese, of a different kind, something that belongs to my lineage over there, because she speaks to me in Portuguese. So of course that's the direction in which I'm going, and I'm really, really delighted because I have been scratching at the roots of my practice of late, waiting for something to come back to me. And the fact that this person, this guide, has come to me as a result of that, scratching, that exploration, that, you know, clumsy fumbling, as I like to call it, is a really, really good and positive sign. So I'm going to see exactly how I can get more information, and also I really want to know what her attributes are. That's always the fun part to me. It's always the juicy center, if that makes sense, not to use a food analogy. I'm still detoxing, folks. I'm unfortunately vegan right now. That's what I keep saying to my little cafe down the road. I'm like, I'm still unfortunately vegan. Can I please have a chai latte on almond milk? And they always have a bit of a giggle. Not that I'm making fun of vegans, I promise you I'm not. It's just that I've never thought in my whole life that I would be on a plant-based diet, being how much I love bacon and chocolate and dairy and anyways. I can't help but use food analogies right now. It's what's on my mind. It might be time for a really nice lunch. I've been in the cottage for a really long time. As it turns out, I came up for a reading. I got interrupted partway through the reading because of Serenity, and I had to pause and retain that frame of mind, not speak, breathe the deep breaths, walk her all the way down, like fixed, focused, drop her down there, walked back, fixed, focus. It's hard not to have your concentration derailed, especially after I went through the trouble of opening up sacred space, grounding, centering, preparing, doing all that kind of good fun stuff. So it's not impossible to get back to that place, but yeah. This is why I try not to do readings while the kids are on school holidays, because it is a nightmare. A nightmare. There's no such thing as boundaries. Parents will know this. There is no such thing as boundaries. Pet owners know this. There's no such thing as boundaries. Nevertheless, I will leave it at that for today, because I have much to do this afternoon with the Kidlywinks. And yeah, I'm just going to get it done. So thank you so much for hanging out with me and allowing me to talk to you about the new spirit guide that is a part of my now back to the roots journey, and how exciting it is to be able to interact with this new spirit in my life. And I really am so excited to see where it goes, and I would love to be able to share more of that with you if you are interested. So please do comment below if you are interested in seeing more of that. With all of that said and done, I am wishing you so much love, luck, peace and joy. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Show your appreciation and your support to me, my creation on this channel, and you know, just it's a little bit of love that you can give to me. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please do so, because I post videos every day apparently. This is number 69. Ooh, naughty one. There's the immaturity. Much love, beautiful souls. Mwah. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.